New York Jets. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
On first down, McCarthy firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to want wide open, complete. Say goodbye to Laquan Treadwell. Touchdown, Falcons. Laquan Treadwell, 84 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 75 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis adds the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw on 2nd down. McCarthy. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. McCarthy flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the Jets set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Prescott off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
46. Good. 26.
Third and long for Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
3-19.
On 1st and 10, McCarthy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
To throw again. McCarthy. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, McCarthy. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Back to that Philly. Here we go.
He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing on first down. McCarthy. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jordan Jenkins in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
On first down, McCarthy. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and it's now 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
first and 10. McCarthy, he's going to loft one. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 83 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Off the play fake, Prescott escaping the pressure, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing on first down. McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing again. McCarthy. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Blair Brown in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A second down throw for Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, McCarthy looking sideline, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On second down, Freeman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. From the gun, McCarthy. And shedding through the tackle. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Gun!
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Escapes the sack. Being chased out left. Steps away to his left. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Watching that, Barney!
It's Coleman here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
46. Here you go. 46.
2nd down, Prescott. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tide. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And incomplete here on 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. First and 10.
Detroit!
From the gun, McCarthy. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Blair Brown in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he fins him off. And the pressure gets to him again. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, McCarthy. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 38 there on third down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On first and 10, McCarthy. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Laquan Treadwell. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons add on. And he knocks it through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Prescott from the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3 out, 3 out. Hey, check. 3 out.
This is Coleman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate, The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Now let's go. Green, 30.
Coleman now. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on second down. McCarthy. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jordan Jenkins in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 17.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have. Those up on the board.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit!
A final shot before the break. Darnold out to his left. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Faking the give, Darnold. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On second down, Darnold. Forced out to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Darnold from the red zone now. Flush to his right. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. James White, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 now. We got to stand up over there.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. McCarthy going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold binds, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw is Darnold. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 87 yards. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go with Chubb on second down. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go. Green.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. It's taken to the 26. Oh, shifty. Whoa. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful.
Right,
now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
from the gun. McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. To throw on second down is Darnold. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Here's Coleman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here comes the bull!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There for the tackle, Blair Brown.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
Detroit!
But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, McCarthy swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the air on 2nd down. McCarthy. He's going to air one out. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd down and 10. Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Freeman again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.